I would like to thank everybody for attending tonight. A toast to prosperity and the future. Salud.
Happy memories for Mario and the Casciaro clan. Older brother Eugene's big Italian wedding. But good times were in short supply for this family. Jerry and Maria Casciaro, Italian immigrants, met and married in the States, realizing their American dream when they joined with relatives to buy Val's foods.
You know, he didn't have anything given to him. He came to this country, built what he had from the ground up.
In an age of superstores, Val's thrived in this small town where a night out is spent at a bowling alley or a pizzeria. Nearly every family in the village shopped there. So many of the local kids worked there. And for the Casciaros, the future was bright. Those dreams now tarnished by tragedy and grisly rumors about missing stock boy Brian Carrick, believed to have been killed inside the store's produce cooler.
One of the persistent stories is that Brian was killed in the cooler. Mario called family from the city who came in, dug him up, dismembered him, and threw him in a river in Iowa.
It snowballed into these disgusting rumors that that he was cut up in our meat department, and then it started becoming that our family was involved in some kind of crime family.
The FBI investigated and dismissed rumors of a mob hit. This case may have remained an unsolved mystery if not for this man.
This is Assistant State's Attorney Michael Combs.
Also known as Mick Combs, a tough, hard-edged prosecutor determined to find justice for the Carrick family. 2010, a break in the 8-year-old case. Prosecutor Combs finds a key witness. His name, Shane Lamb.
Who is Shane Lamb?
Shane Lamb, he's got a criminal history. He grew up rough. I think he's a very tragic character in all of this.
A stock boy at Val's who worked alongside Brian and Mario. A 5-time felon with a rap sheet that included attempted murder at just 14. He repeatedly denied knowing anything about Brian's disappearance to authorities. Now, 8 years later, in jail facing up to 12 years on drug charges, he was ready to talk. But first, he wanted a deal, and so did prosecutors.
Shane Lamb is given immunity from the offense of murder, involuntary manslaughter, concealment of a homicidal death, and any other offense resulting in his involvement in the disappearance of Brian Carrick.
With this deal, Shane escaped all charges related to Brian's death and a reduced drug sentence. All he had to do to get the deal, tell his story. And that led police to Mario.
What exactly did Mario tell you?
Pretty much to talk to Brian, try to intimidate him into getting the money.
How were you to intimidate him?
Talk to him. Never came out and said go kill him or anything like that.
A controversial deal, awarded to a man who admits he was the likely killer, and Mario the mastermind.
According to the prosecutors, Mario knew what he was doing by bringing Shane Lamb in and using him as a tool, as an enforcer, as the muscle to get what he wanted.
Shane was off that night at a party getting high. He says Mario called him to come to the store. Brian owed him money, and he wanted it back. Mario wanted Shane to talk to him. Time for him to pay up.
Went over there, told Brian what's up with the money you owe him, I had to pay him at least some of the money back. We got to arguing. Mario said it was getting too loud, going to the produce cooler right there.
Shane says he demanded the money from Brian, but Brian resisted. Shane lost his temper. Things turned violent.
I hit Brian a few times. He was bleeding from his mouth. He fell out.
How hard you hit him?
Thought I knocked him out. That was it.
Where's Mario when you're doing this?
Right in the doorway.
Knocked unconscious, not sure if Brian was dead or alive, Shane says Mario told him to leave the grocery store.
He said, go ahead, I'll handle this. I left, went back to a party.
Armed with Shane's version of what happened, prosecutors arrest Mario for killing family friend Brian Carrick. A small victory for Bill Carrick, reminded daily of the store across the street on Johnsburg Road, a moment Terry Carrick would not live to see when she died in 2009. For the Casciaro family, it was a moment of utter disbelief.
I wanted justice for the Carricks, but they got the wrong guy.
Mario and Shane, the mastermind and the muscle, according to the prosecution's theory. Though Shane says Mario never laid a hand on Brian, never ordered him hurt, prosecutors insist he's guilty of the rare charge of murder with intimidation. To them, just by uttering the words, "Talk to him," Mario Casciaro sicked a weapon of destruction on Brian and was responsible for everything that followed, including Brian's murder.
Had you ever heard of this kind of charge before?
No.
Had it ever
It's
been
very
used
rare.
before?
From my understanding, it hasn't.
An aggressive move, the charge never before used in Illinois state history. Mario pled not guilty. The case goes to trial. After 12 hours, jurors were deadlocked, 11-1 in favor of the prosecution. A hung jury.
Sometimes lay people struggle with one person being legally accountable for the actions of another.
When you learned that it was a hung jury, what were you thinking?
We're frustrated, just like the Carricks were.
Prosecutors went after Mario again, vowing to retry him. Mario goes back to court, facing another murder trial, and once again, Shane Lamb is the prosecution's star witness. Prosecutors telling jurors Shane Lamb was Mario's enforcer, a tool for his dirty work.
You don't bring Mother Teresa to a shakedown. You bring a badass like Shane Lamb.
In closing arguments, prosecutors branding the pair mean little delinquents, criminals who flock together in Mario's drug cartel.
So this is a narrative the prosecutors are building so that people can see Mario as some dangerous, nefarious figure.
Well, I mean, if you have evidence, then you stick to the facts and you say, okay, here's his DNA, here's his blood, here's, the timeline. They didn't have any of that.
No.
So they had to dirty him up a little bit.
Prosecutors' clever strategy worked. Juror Melina McVicker.
He kind of looked more like the spoiled rich kid that was trying to be like a little mini gangster or something.
The man who didn't say a word throughout 2 murder trials decided to speak only to 2020. But why now?
Did you kill Brian Carrick?
Stay with us.